right, horror fans, it is time. You asked for it, I am bringing it to you because tonight we are ranking all of the Halloween movies in the entire franchise, from worst to best, from the ones that made us scream for all the right reasons to the ones that made us scream for all the wrong reasons. But let's get this out of the way right off the bat. I am a huge fan of this franchise. I enjoy something about all of these movies, even the ones that people consider to be bad, because to me, Michael Myers is horror royalty. But I have to admit, not all Halloweens are created equal, and tonight we're going to rank them, so let's slash right through this. Pop that tape in, I got you. Let's go do this. All right, there is no more use in beating around the bush. Let's jump right into it. We're gonna rip that Band-Aid off or slice right through it with number 13 and Halloween Resurrection from 2002. You knew this one was coming. This one's easy to throw out there at the bottom. This is the movie where Michael Myers gets his ass kicked by Busta Rhymes doing kung fu and giving ridiculous ad-libbed one-liners. You can almost feel those early 2000s executives like high-fiving each other saying, we're going to bring Halloween into the modern world with webcams and reality TV and Busta Rhymes and all this stuff. Jamie Lee Curtis deserved better. The kills are lazy. The tone is all over the place. It's like they tried to mix a Big Brother reality show with Friday the 13th and not even Halloween, and they somehow just lost the recipe halfway through. It is, however, a fascinating time capsule of early 2000s horror. Goofy, overlit, trying way too hard. I mean, the Busta Rhymes line by itself is just so cringeworthy, but there's something still that's entertaining in there, even if you just want to laugh at it. But for me, it comes in at the bottom at number 13. Now, we're going to get controversial right here for a lot of you with some very divisive ones coming up. But at number 12, towards the bottom here, is 2007's Halloween. This is Rob Zombie's remake. And look, y'all, I am friends with Tyler Mane, who played Michael Myers in this. He starred in my movie, Bring Me a Dream. And this one is brutal and gritty and all that, but the reboot loses me when they try to explain away Michael Myers, the boogeyman, by giving him a white trash backstory. Listen, I get what Rob Zombie was trying to go for. This is the time period where they were trying to de-supernaturalize all of our horror icons. So he's going for realism and psychology, and that the boogeyman here, the monster, is basically a product of white trash upbringing and abuse. But mystery and supernatural undertones is what makes Michael Myers scary. Once you turn him into a product of bad parenting and a 9 Inch Nails poster, he's not evil incarnate anymore. He's just another angry guy with a mask. The second half of this movie, which basically retells Carpenter's movie almost shot for shot, actually works way better. Tyler is better in that, where that whole fight scene in the bathroom, Tyler told me they were really going at it. They bruised the hell out of each other in that. It's a lot better, but overall, you try to explain it away, and this kid yelling an F word every 10 seconds. It's a shtick that's overdone. So for me, it brings it down here, comes in at number 12. And not surprisingly, coming in at number 11 is 2009's Halloween 2. This is Rob Zombie's sequel to his movie, which is kind of like more like he wanted to do. It's like he put two different movies together for his first one, and this one is more of like this ridiculous music video screaming fever dream of ghosts and white horses. It's chaotic. The most chaotic movie of the entire series. It's kind of like part art housey wannabe film, part grindhousey wannabe film, and another part what the hell am I watching film. But to its credit, it is bold, it's visually striking, there's good performances in this one. Scout Taylor Compton is good in this one. It's also exhausting. It's like being trapped in Michael Myers' head for 2 hours with music blaring. It's an interesting failure. I respect it, but in my opinion, it's still a failure. It comes in at number 11. Now, at number 10, we have 1989's Halloween 5, The Revenge of Michael Myers. Poor Halloween 5. It had potential, a direct sequel to Halloween 4, but it really drops the ball, in my opinion. The mask looks ridiculous in this. The cops act like cartoon characters. The plot feels just kind of haphazardly done, like maybe they had to keep changing it during production. Danielle Harris and Donald Pleasance, though, carry the film out of sheer willpower. It's those two carrying it. They're carrying the water for this one. It's clunky and inconsistent, but it's still watchable. It's still Halloween. The gothic mansion finale, the eerie ending hinting at the man in black, all that 80s nonsense. I still get entertained by it, but it is lower on the list. It comes in at number 10. Now at number 9, we go to 2022's Halloween Ends. This is the big finale of the David Gordon Green trilogy that decided to change course halfway through because fans and executives were like, oh, we can't do this, because they were going to do this whole movie without Michael Myers, without Laurie Strode. They were going to do this whole thing about Corey Cunningham, and they ended up having to mash 2 different movies together here as well. And what they ended up with was a somewhat incoherent romantic drama about Corey Cunningham instead of like Michael Myers and Laurie Strode's resolution. Like, this is supposed to be the big Halloween Ends, and they wanted to really spend it just introducing all new characters and a new mythology that almost plays out like the upcoming Welcome to Derry, where we investigate how this whole town became supernatural and corrupted and all of this kind of stuff, and how it spawns evil. That would be great if you did that after Halloween Ends, instead of trying to make that Halloween Ends where you end that other story. Look, I respect taking bold swings, but if you call your movie Halloween Ends, I expect Michael to end something. I expect this to be a big conclusion. Instead, we got like 80% small town soap opera, 20% like old man fight club. It is still beautifully shot. It's got a good score. The ending, Laurie versus Michael, so it kind of tries to stick the landing. It just took too long to get there. Should have been 2 separate movies. One that ended that story, and then the next movie that kind of began and told that backstory of the town, whatever you wanted to do with Corey. It comes in at number 9. Now at number 8, we go to 1995 and Halloween 6, The Curse of Michael Myers. The Cult of Thorn. The movie that thought what Halloween really needed was druid runes and ancient curses. 2 versions of this movie exist. There's the theatrical cut and then the legendary producer's cut, which is somehow both better and weirder. It's messy, it's overly mythological, which I mean, I kind of like, but it comes out of nowhere. It doesn't do it right, in my opinion, because the editing looks like it was done by a possessed jack-o'-lantern with Freddy Krueger fingers chopping all over it. But the atmosphere is pure like 90s VHS gold. And then you've got Paul Rudd in there. Look, I'll watch anything with Paul Rudd. He's hunting Michael Myers. Dude hasn't aged since then. Maybe there was some kind of curse that he used, but that makes it worth it alone. It's bonkers in the best. This should not exist, but I'm kind of glad it does. You can get both versions on the Scream Factory 4K. Worth the price of admission. Check it out. It comes in at number 8. Now, number 7 is one that I actually like better than a lot of people, I think. It is 2021's Halloween Kills. Evil dies tonight. Evil dies tonight. Evil dies tonight. That's part of the movie's biggest problem, is how often it screams and shouts its own tagline over and over again. But man, when the kills start, it delivers. Whether you like these movies or not, this one delivers once the kills start happening. The flashback scenes are fantastic, in my opinion. The mob mentality theme had potential. There's some Easter eggs to Halloween 3 in there. The body count is through the roof in this one. It's just all so chaotic. A slasher edited by, I don't know, just a bunch of different people with different ideas. Still, though, seeing Michael go full on supernatural again, like a supernatural monster that can't be killed, gave me a glimpse, once again, finally, of that mythic Carpenter boogeyman that was always hinted at. I liked it better than most. Halloween Kills comes in at number 7. Now, at number 6, we have Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers from 1988. Now we're talking. The Return brought Michael Myers back, fittingly enough, named The Return because he was not in part 3, which we'll get to, trust me. So after skipping a movie, he is back, and it felt like Halloween again. Foggy streets, glowing pumpkins, that score, all that works together. This might be the most fall Halloween feeling of any of the movies. Danielle Harris nails it as little Jamie Lloyd, and Donald Pleasance goes full on Van Helsing in this movie. And that is awesome. The ending with Jamie holding scissors in the clown costumes is a great shock finale. It's not perfect, but it brought us Michael Myers back and a ton of Halloween atmosphere. I like watching this one a lot. It comes in at number 6. Now, cracking the top 5, we have 2018's Halloween. This is the reboot that ignored everything after the 78 film and said, let's start fresh. Jamie Lee Curtis is a hardened survivor. And this is where I have a love-hate with this movie. That was all her idea. She really wanted the Linda Hamilton Terminator vibe going on here with her character. But when you erase all of the everything after the sequel, and it's been 40 plus years since that, and the character's supposed to have had a family and all this kind of stuff, it's hard to believe she's still going through those same things like that she would be, still 40 years later. It would make more sense if some of those sequels existed so that she knows that he's kept coming and it's kept bringing that, traumatic incident to life again and again. I also don't like that they ignore H2O and the fact that she's supposed to have a son and all that kind of stuff and switch it for a daughter. Those are things I don't like about it that didn't need to be done. But the kills are mean in this one. The pacing's good. There's cool tracking shots brought back. It's not groundbreaking at all, but it's Halloween again. It had some nostalgia, some modernization, all that kind of stuff. I still enjoyed it, and it really felt like Michael Myers was a supernatural menace again, which was built on in Halloween Kills. So Halloween 2018, not perfect by any stretch of the imagination. Matter of fact, I had it flip a couple times back and forth on this list, but I settled on it at number 5. All right, at number 4, here we go. Get your pitchforks after me, because I really like 1998's Halloween H2O. This one gets way too much hate, in my opinion. John Carpenter approved this script. He was going to direct this movie initially, and then they didn't meet his payday requirements. But it is slick, it's sharp, and just wholeheartedly late 90s time capsule, because you got Josh Hartnett, you got Michelle Williams, you got LL Cool J, you've got all this stuff in here. Jamie Lee Curtis is back again as Laurie Strode. She's got all the trauma and all that stuff. This one should have stayed in the canon for Halloween 2018, because this really set up her trauma and PTSD. And yeah, it's a little too glossy. This is coming out right after Scream. Everybody's got that look to those movies. But it's the first sequel since 81 that really understood Laurie Strode as a character. Plus the ending where, she cuts his head off. that could have easily been retconned out for 2018 if you left this in here. It felt like closure at the time. You could have left it, fixed it later with 2018, but I like this movie. It's 90s. It's got great kills. Josh Hartnett, I'm a big fan of. I thought the movie was fun. Halloween H2O comes in at number 4. All right, and at number 3, we go to 1981's Halloween 2. The first sequel, and it's still one of the best. Same night, continued, same mood, just bloodier, meaner. It leans more into the slasher kind of vibes overall, but it still has Carpenter's DNA all over it. The hospital setting that is basically empty is very creepy. The kills are inventive. The ending is interesting with the explosion and all that. The mask, it's time, Michael, truly iconic, all that. If the series had stopped here, you could argue it would have been a perfect 2-part saga, but you cannot kill the boogeyman. We don't want him to stay dead because we want more and more to tie us back to that original and feel like it's still in our universe. Halloween 2, still a really, really good, creepy movie. It comes in at number 3. And at number 2, we have 1982's Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. Now, this is the one that people, including myself, used to get mad about because it had no Michael Myers. It's a Halloween movie with no Michael Myers. What the hell are you doing? But over the years, and before it became trendy, now it's trendy for everybody to say they love Halloween 3. I remember when people hated it. I remember starting to like it when I was in my teens, before Halloween H2O came out. And I went back and revisited this. And I started to like it more over time. Fans basically caught up to this. It's because Halloween 3 is like Halloween distilled into this standalone movie. Mystery, folklore, masks, Halloween, and cosmic evil hiding just underneath the suburban facade and those candy wrappers there. It's eerie, original, very original, and just flat out weird. You got Tom Atkins doing his best as, a kind of a bad dad, chain-smoking hero. He's just a charming bastard, no matter what you think of him or the character. The score is hypnotic. You got the earworm of the jingle, the Silver Shamrock jingle set to the London Bridge is falling down. That whole thing with the phone call to stop the commercial that's playing is perfection. It's like Twilight Zone meets Halloween, and it's glorious for that. You got all the small town vibes. I absolutely love it. Halloween 3, The Season of the Witch, is my number 2. And at number 1, there's no question, the original, the classic, Halloween 1978. John Carpenter's maybe not his most perfect movie, maybe that's the thing, but man, the one that just says horror and Halloween season all together. It's the reason we are all here. John Carpenter's Halloween isn't just the greatest slasher of all time. It invented the modern slasher. It's mood over gore. A lot of people remember this as very bloody. It's not. It's tension over blood. From the tracking shots to the score, everything in this movie works like a symphony to build up dread in the audience. Laurie Strode became the blueprint for the final girl. Michael Myers became the blueprint for pure evil incarnate, the boogeyman. And Carpenter made a $300,000 indie film that still haunts cinemas and TVs 40 plus years later. This isn't just number 1, it is untouchable. Everything else in this franchise and a lot of other horror movies in general just live in its shadow. Halloween 1978, unquestioned number 1. So there you have it. 13 trips to Haddonfield, 13 different flavors of pumpkin spice murder for you. Some of them swing big and miss, some hit it dead center. But every single one reminds us why we keep coming back every October to pop in one of these movies and revisit Haddonfield and the Boogeyman, because when the sequels go off the rails, any of that, there's still just something about that white mask and everything that entails around Halloween and horror movies in general that just gets to us. The shape haunts us 40 plus years later. And that's what I've got for you. That is my Halloween rankings. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like and subscribe. It really helps out the channel. If you want to help support what we're doing here, you can join at my Patreon link below. Get behind the scenes looks at my filmmaking, your name and lights on every single video, special members only videos, and so much more. And it all helps support the channel, and I really do appreciate it. I hope you have an amazing Halloween. I hope you've enjoyed spooky season here on this channel as we move away from just all horror in November to bring back some of those other great genres that take us through the nostalgia and great films of our memories. Never forget, spooky season is the greatest, and we will never leave horror because we love it so much, and it still affects us all so much to this day. And that's what I got for you. And you know what? Be kind, rewind like always. This is Chase with AV Pop Culture, and I'll see you real soon. Bye-bye. Happy Halloween.
I know.